What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty World War II on BlackTideTV, and happy Valentine's Day to those of you that choose to celebrate. Now, if you are single and ready to mingle, have I got an offer for you. My channel analytics tell me around 7.5% of the audience here is female, so drop a line in the comment section down below. Your best pickup line, let's hear them. You never know what might happen when love is in the air. Now, did I use this intro as an excuse to wish my wonderful girlfriend a happy Valentine's Day once again? Possible. You can check out her YouTube channel, Miss Kristen Gaming. I've linked it in the description down below. Throw some love that way. Now I'll throw some love your way as well. If you don't choose to celebrate Valentine's Day, I love you. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys that comes into the videos every single day. But without further ado, let's get into the Call of Duty goodness. So yesterday, day before yesterday, there was a pretty big, substantial update to Call of Duty World War II. We were expecting a patch, or at least I was expecting a patch for the Volkssturmgewehr, which you are seeing in today's gameplay. That didn't happen. In fact, there was very little weapon tweaking, if any at all. They did nerf the paratroopers, or buff the paratroopers, I should say, because they now no longer carry the shovel or the throwing knife, which I don't know if it's a nerf or a buff, because those guys were going ham with the throwing knife before. They would cross map you with that throwing knife. Sometimes they would spawn in with serrated, so that's no longer a thing. All of your paratroopers are going to have actual weapons now, so you're not going to see them all coming in with shovels and be like, what did I just spend all that time getting the streak for? So there was that update, but apart from that, there really wasn't a whole lot in the update in terms of weapon balancing and just changing things up. They did some bug fixes. They introduced a new system for the resistance division, which I think is even worse than what we had before. You can now enable and disable the scrambler, which is something that the COD community asked for, but it also enables and disables the indicator at the same time, the 6th sense indicator. Nobody wants to turn that off because it's freaking god tier, but now if you turn off the scrambler, it also turns that off. It's just a big mess, and I hope they take that away. I know it's a balancing factor, because if you had the indicator without the scrambler, like, people need to know that they are being indicated if they are using the scrambler. It's all just a big thing with the Resistance Division. I'm going to have a full Resistance Division video coming out very soon, where we'll talk all about the do's and don'ts of the Resistance Division, how I would recommend that you use it, similar to my Expeditionary Division video from a while ago. So I want to do a video for infantry and for resistance as well. But on top of these little updates, we did get 2 new weapons added to the game, which is crazy. I was not expecting new weapons to drop until the next seasonal event. We have 2 weeks left in the resistance event, and they just decided to give us these 2 new pistols out of nowhere. They added a bunch of collections to the resistance collections in the armory. There's new variants. There's a variant for the combat shotgun, the carabin, I want to say the M1 Garand, and I don't know, there's like a couple new variants for certain weapons that you can get in supply drops. There are certain ones that you can get by completing collections, but the cream of the crop are these 2 new pistols. We finally have revolvers in Call of Duty World War II. Now, unfortunately, the special contract is kind of weird right now. They changed it. Before, you could do special contracts, complete 50 matches, and you would get the new weapon. And you would just have to wait for the rotation to go through so you could pick up the weapon that you needed. They actually changed the special contract, and now it's like a guaranteed epic and a guaranteed epic uniform after you play 80 games. So I don't think they're going to change up the special contract anytime soon. So we're stuck with actually completing the collections or just finding these weapons in the supply drop system to get your hands on them. The first is the Enfield number 2, and the second is the Reichs revolver. I want to say it's Reichs. It might be Reichs revolver. I think it's a Russian pistol, if I'm not mistaken, but the 2 of these revolvers, one is very powerful. It's a 2-shot kill, drops off to a 3 and a 4-shot kill. The other Reichs revolver is basically a P08 clone, very similar to the P08 and the 9mm SAP, which is something that I found very strange because normally revolvers do a lot more damage. Revolvers, you generally have that 2-3-shot kill. The Reichs revolver is a 3 and then it drops off to a 5-shot kill. There is no 4-shot kill potential. So if you are going to go for either of these revolvers, I would definitely recommend the Enfield number 2 over it, because that thing is a powerhouse and it can drop people in 2 shots at a considerable distance. It does have a lot of kick, whereas the Reichs revolver is more or less a laser cannon. Like, it's very, very accurate, but you do have to hit so many shots with the Reichs it's not really worth it in my opinion. But I do like the Enfield number 2. It's kind of like 44 Magnum Desert Eagle style kind of revolver, so definitely check that one out. That is it for my short video today, guys. Just wanted to give you some updates on what's happening in Call of Duty World War II. Lots of new videos coming down the pipeline. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.